right, welcome back to our journey through First Peter. And, I just want to say today that, there's jewelry that we might wear. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a ring commemorating the championship for Clemson. Yeah, awesome, right? Yeah, my brother ordered this. It's just kind of a fun thing. Years ago, I was not on the team. I know my physique makes you think I was a lineman, but no. Clemson National Championship. Rivalries can bring out the best. But what's going on over here? What in the world? Will, man, how you doing?
I heard all those are fake, even the ones the players got.
You think so?
But this, that's real, baby.
All right.
What is it?
What? Oh, look at it. Yeah, we didn't even get the fight song. Oh, there it is.
Get that out of here. Nobody likes them, whatever they are.
All right,
Waynes.
So rivalries, they can bring out the best in us. They can bring out sometimes the worst. And if you have been a part of rivalry games, you've experienced the energy. Mm-hmm. Now, I was hoping that he would have brought some Gamecock stuff because you're a game kook, aren't you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes,
it
yeah.
It just depends on if they're winning or not.
Right.
So now we got Lenore Sellers.
So
sorry, Clemson.
We can have fun with that banter back and forth. Clemson and Gamecocks. But you've probably also seen it gets kind of ugly.
It does.
I've been at some games where people start getting pretty heated very quick. So how does that tie in with our lesson this week? Well, we face opposition when we strive to live out our faith. And how are we going to respond? I mean, are we going to respond very negatively and bow up and not be a very good witness? Mm-hmm. Or how are we going to prepare? So I think it's a very real example, great challenge for us. Here is the theme, be prepared. So we're in session 9, 427, so we're almost to the end of April right there, now. Dude. Woo! Glad to be out of winter.
Yep.
So I had a great week last week with the Easter lessons, and we're back on First Peter now. So as we look at this idea here, the first one is be ready.
Yep.
So we got to be ready, and that shows up in sports. We got to be ready when we show up at the game. All right, I'm going to keep myself composed here, not going to get riled up and get agitated with those around me. But believers can anticipate opposition and ridicule for following Christ. And so Peter in this text, as we're looking in 1 Peter 4, 12 to 19, he is encouraging believers to not be surprised when they suffer. We're back. Yeah, I don't know how many times we can put up a tick mark for that. We've mentioned it a lot. No doubt you've mentioned it a lot in your discussion. Mm-hmm. So if they endure suffering for doing what is right by following Christ, they would glorify God through their persecution. So be ready. Next thing there, I tied in a little bit of yours. So.
Yeah, that's good though, and I'm glad you did. The second one is be righteous, and the key statement being believers who suffer because of their faith are to glorify God. And you can be as ready as you want to, but if you don't be righteous, the readiness don't even matter whatsoever. Right. Coach Shadwell at North Greenville used to tell us, he's like, when you knock somebody down, he's like, make sure you hit them hard. But then when you get them up, let them know that Jesus loves them. And that was a little bit different statement than most of the time, coaches are like players, whenever you knock them down, like, let them know who you are. Right. He's like, no, let them know who Jesus is. Yeah. And I was like, that's so crazy. Yeah. But yeah, so be righteous. So the believers, Asia Minor, they were there. They were to refrain from that, ungodly behavior. And then they were to endure that suffering, doing what is right by, really following Christ and, glorifying Christ with their life.
Yep. So I think that brings up a great conversation just in your life group. What does that look like to live a righteous life when you know that you're getting pushback and facing opposition? The culture around us is not celebrating Christianity, not celebrating faith. So how am I going to then represent Christ in a way that's winsome, that honors him, that I don't bow up and just show an unrighteous life? So the third key you're going to look at as you walk through the text is be assured. Believers can trust God even when suffering. And so believers facing persecution for their faith can be assured that God will one day judge the wicked. He is fully trustworthy and will deliver his people. Right. So the key is a theme that we looked at from the very beginning. Where's our hope? That key word hope shows up a lot in our study of 1 Peter. If my hope is in my situation and I'm always getting approval, we're going to be disappointed when people begin to push back on us, facing persecution. So here's the challenge we give you. How might God be using the challenges you have faced in your life to mature, grow your faith? So, all right, I'm facing opposition. Here we go. Bring out the ring here. How am I going to respond when I'm up against ridicule or even that awful sound of the car heels there?
I can't stand you.